And we're coming down to your old stomping ground.
Yeah.
You were born here, weren't you?
Uh-huh.
Round the back, there was a road that separated the cottages from the gardens. These are photos of me, one with my cousin Sharon, and the other with my grandma, Martha Knowles. I am told I was reluctant to relinquish the camera that I was wearing round my neck, and my grandma was trying to persuade me to give it up. This is my dad with my Auntie Jean, in the same location many years earlier, with a rooster sneaking up behind them.
The thing is that this is the back of the house, the front is round there, isn't it, with the stone frontages.
Here are some photos that show the stone blocks on the other side of the cottages.
They were all like block paving. They were only that wide.
They're quite narrow, as it still is.
Yeah, 3 foot at tops, as it is now.
And then what's that photograph?
That's a photograph of my Uncle George on my little tricycle.
Posing on your tricycle. Yeah.
No, he can't go here. So Uncle George lived.
This photograph was taken from the wall immediately in front of Woodyard Cottages, near the for sale sign that we just passed.
I was born in this one. Yeah. So we moved from there into there, where you fell out at the door on the step. You remember that?
I do, yeah. I think I still bear the scars. And there's the step.
There's the step. It might be on there somewhere, might your blood. Yeah, well, this is being built on upstairs, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's window where he joined up to electric.
Oh right, the guy from the pit.
Yeah,
And then he got caught, didn't he?
yeah.
And then
And then these what called toilets and midding. Just steps down here.
right.
Oh. And there was a little hill there. There was a shelter
And
there.
then
Weighbridge would be here. Just this side of that bush.
Presumably.
That there is Weighbridge. That's the Weighbridge.
And that's where where they weighed the
Lorries in and out,
right.
empties in, and then they weighed them when they were coming out.
And then that other building behind my granddad's head.
That were old bunkers where the coal used to go in and used to come down to fill wagons.
And I believe that my granddad's posing with your bike.
See, them gates, that gate goes down to Front Horses Field, doesn't it?
yeah, and there's a horse
We're
there.
down bottom of there. I know here, there was a wall, and there's that picture with them all at wall, I'm on it, and there's a milk bottle up floor,
And then this is the thing you were on about with the milk bottle. You're mistaken that you weren't in it, but is that the place where you tended to have your portraits done?
That's where that side here, there's that oak tree what you were on about. Obviously you can't see it. And obviously that'll have gone now.
Yeah.
Been pulled down now, because I never noticed it.
Yeah, I used to sit on the wall with my granddad, and there was this oak tree next to it. And I don't know why I remember that, but that oak tree had a big impression on me.
Because there's another picture with my grandma on it, with the brickyard in the background. It had like a chimney, didn't it?
Yeah, well, that's coming down this way. That's the old stack in going down towards Long Drag where brick kilns were.
And the brick
That what where brick kilns were.
Oh,
That building.
that building to the right of the stack.
Yeah, as you're looking at it,
Yeah,
you see there's bunkers there as well. You
Oh.
see them on the edge there.
on the edge, yeah, on the
That
left.
that were over his shoulder on the other one.
Right. Oh, it's the same one.
Yeah.
And yeah, so all that's gone, and that looks like it's in the
Where the lake is.
where the lake is, yeah.
The side of canal. Canal were just at this side of them.
Oh right, so the canal runs in front of the brick kilns and the brickyard.
Yeah.
And is the coal bunker on this side of the canal? Or is it
No,
on
that were on the other side.
that was on the other side,
That
right?
were on the canal runs at this side of it. Of that bit.
And then you'd have a bridge going over the canal.
So, Weighbridge there. Then you come down here and the what? Coal bunker.
Right.
But the what canal?
And down here was the brickyard.
Down there, what? Brickyard, yeah.
The bridge under the canal would have been over there amongst those trees, wouldn't it? So there's the canal. So the canal was there, and then it will have just gone in that direction there.
Yeah.
And the brickyard on that side of the canal, away from the houses. When Anne used to talk about air raid shelters in the war, were they round here? Quite a distance away then.
Yeah. That would be hard to pinpoint now.
Probably underwater as well.
My granddad took the route down this road down to work every day.
Down there and down there.
So
Over bridge and down there.
so how long would it take for him to get from Woodyard to
5 minutes.
just 5 minutes?
Less.
So and then by the canal and he worked in that the winding shop on the winding house
Yeah.
on the to the left of the chimney, which is
That was number 3 shaft.
right,
And then he moved over to number 2 shaft.
which is the next one along,
Midland.
right, and then the oldest
And then
one, the oldest
towers is them at back at
number 3,
Powerhouse.
yeah, and then the one at the top, the number 1 shaft, that's the oldest, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that was made of wood at one point,
The headgear, yeah.
or was it wood, or did
It was made, no.
they replace it?
It burnt down.
And then the buildings next to each winder, that's the winding house, isn't it?
At back of headgear, yeah.
Yeah. And then what are the other? Can you make out any of the other builds? You mentioned the cooling tower.
Well, yeah, they're what screening plants
In front, right?
coming up to this way.
And then the horses in the field there. They were the ones that went down the.
Didn't go down pit then too. They were pit top ponies.
Right.
The down pit horses used to come out at pit. And they used to walk them up that road, other side of the canal,
Yeah.
down here and through that gate there.
Right.
Walk them down there and let them go at the field.
But these two worked on the surface.
Then two were on surface.
Right.
Never went down pit. Did they?
You say they had names, these two.
The Royal and Boxer.
Can't make out which is which though.
No.
and that's this side of the canal.
Boxer had a white blaze down his nose.
And it's quite interesting though that they sort of got the same use today, because you get horses in that field.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's quite it's quite a nice continuity.
So did the road go in this direction?
Yeah, yeah.
And then, did it go next to the canal?
Down to here, yeah.
So-
Went right down to across it.
And those horses are in the same field that the horses were.
Yeah.
So it's got the same use as it always did in the time of the pit.
Of all these Canadian gates. Level crossing of the here, some of it. And not far from shaft. Number 3 shaft a bit Preston. Where it's roped off there.
Yeah.
That's number 3 shaft. That's Wagon Shop and all that would be here. That would be. Number 3, what furthest forward?
So they'll run which way again?
That way.
So this is just a picture of a close-up of that other picture with the winding houses and the headgear, and then SP is where the
this building in front, what train shed,
this
Loco shed.
the one in front of the chimney.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a Loco shed. Is that where they had the Bittern and the Blue Peter?
no,
Or is that in a different?
that in front of Powerhouse or that.
Right.
In yard itself.
And then you've got the screening plant that you mentioned earlier, which I've labelled SP there.
So the shaft was round about there then.
And then
That's number 3 shaft. That
and that's my granddad and
Gwyn Sadler.
Gwyn Sadler. Was he his boss at the time? Or
No, his mate.
just his
He
mate?
was winder.
Right. And what did my granddad do there?
He was banksman.
Yeah, the banksman. So a banksman and winder, and you can see the
Cage.
the cage just behind them. And you've got these tracks.
Tub tracks.
So they're the tub tracks.
You saw that wheel run on them.
Oh right, that's the one we saw. So that's what.
That was one wheel though. A pair of wheels at each tub.
So they were the tubs that
Well,
went
that,
on this track.
That cage used to hold 3 of them tubs. Used to bring 3 up and 3 down.
Oh, that's quite interesting. When you're seeing them in, and then seeing
But
the
that
remains.
was just one set of wheels. There were 2 sets on a tub.
Yeah, and they had 3 tubs per.
3 tubs a cage.
Right. Oh, that's interesting.
And they used to empty them, run it right round, and the empty tub used to just let them go, knock into full ones, and it shoved them out
Yeah.
with the help of the banksman pulling them out.
Right. And then this is the sort of team.
That's Shaftman, and that's my dad there.
So he's second from the left. And
The
can you
bloke in front of him, what winder?
remember his name?
Fred.
I think
I've told you before, but
yeah. Any of the others?
yeah, they were Shaftmen.
The other 3.
Dennis Wilkinson. That's him. At this side. That
On the
he
right.
Took, he
at the
took me
front.
to watch Huddersfield Town
Very good.
as a kid. Joe Richardson at back.
Right.
And Dougie. In middle, Doug.
Right.
Can't get what they call it, isn't it? Surname, Doug. Bradley.
Doug Bradley. Right.
Yeah.
And is that in front of the? That's in front of the.
That's in that'll be a number 2 shaft.
Right.
Well, it weren't one number 2 shaft because that's where Fred, he was there. My dad went and joined him from number 3.